Hello, students. Welcome to Social Studies 20. So to begin, we've kind of talked about nationalism already, and so I'm not going to go over that whole definition. You can look back to previous videos if you don't understand. Today, we're just going to be exploring how far a nation should have on an individual's identity, okay? So for example, how much should Canada have an impact on my identity as an individual, okay? So you should have your notebook, you should have a pen, and you should have your laptop, okay? So you can go on Google Slides and you can look at all the content. That's what I'm looking at here. I'm not gonna show it to you right now because I want you to be engaged with me. So we are going to start off this lesson with something called an anticipation guide. Okay, so it's just gonna kind of guide your learning throughout this lesson, and we're actually gonna go back at the end of it and see how you thought at the beginning of this lesson. So I'm gonna read each statement out, and after each statement, you're gonna pause the video and you're gonna say whether you agree or disagree with that statement, okay? So make sure you're writing this down in your notebook, okay? So first one is, I agree or disagree with these statements. First one, I am proud of Justin Trudeau. Pause the video. Agree or disagree? Tell me why, okay? Second one, I am proud of Canada's multicultural identity. Agree or disagree? Third, I like that Canada has the reputation of being nice and apologetic. Fourth, I think that Quebec has a unique and different identity which adds to Canada's culture. Last one. I believe even though Canadians have different ideologies, we are all under the same umbrella of being a Canadian. Agree or disagree? So make sure you paused, answered those, tell me why. We're talking about identity today, and you can see I'm wearing this nice hoodie, very visual, the mountains. I'm planning on going hiking this weekend. So you can see how that's kind of a part of my identity. And you can think about how Canada and my geographical location plays a role in that, right? Because I'm kind of close to the Rocky Mountains. So there's an example of something being a part of my identity, which may not, let's say, if I lived by the ocean, maybe I'd have an ocean hoodie on and I'd be going surfing, right? So we can have an example of how that plays a role in our identity. So make sure you finished your anticipation guide. You had a reason for each, because like I said, at the end of class, you'll come back and we will discuss those things as a class in a breakout room or a group chat or something like that, okay? Okay, next, to start off our actual lesson of talking about identity and nationalism and nation and how that all plays together, we're gonna do something called a KWL chart. So basically, that means what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. K means know, W means want to know, and L means learned. So I'm gonna draw it out physically so you can have a good idea of what it's supposed to be like, okay? So I draw a big box, okay? I'm gonna show that to you. I draw a big box, just like that. And then in that box, I put two lines. So it's like a chart, okay? Like that. And at the top, I'm gonna write our topic. So our topic is gonna be, to what extent should nation be the foundation of identity? So make sure you put that at the top because that's what we're going to be talking about. Just like that. In the first column, you're going to write what I know at the top. In the second column, you're going to write what I want to know. So you're going to have to self-check here, and you're going to have to figure out what you know and what you actually want to know. And then the third, what I learned. So that we'll come back to the third column after class. And it should look like this. And you can pause the video and you can look at mine and you can recreate that. So you have an opportunity to pause. You have an opportunity to write in the first two columns. And then we're gonna get into our lesson. And at the end, you can come back. We're gonna come back to our anticipation guide and to our third column and just connect all of those.